Well, this is Roy J. Akers with Robin Orlikowski. As right now we have the women's series sponsored by Blue Mark and USBC. This is a tour that's been happening all year long. And what was it like out there to play the lanes?
Today was a little bit more difficult. It was a higher scoring pace, but yet you really had to make sure you're playing the right part of the lane. You had to have the right ball matched up right.
With the ladies, what they're going to do is they're going to finish up the warm-up. We're going to go ahead and we have our play-by-play commentary. We are set for our handshake. Competitor Angela Wilt won this tournament last month, and she put on quite a performance. What was it like? Did you bowl against her in the semifinals today? Was that you? I think it was.
No, I didn't. I bowled against Julie in the semis.
Okay, and as far as the women's series itself, I understand that this series was started because there wasn't really a monthly top-level competition for the ladies.
Yeah, scratch bowling for women competitors has been pretty sparse the last couple years. So it was really nice that Blue Mark, the Metro Detroit, USBC, and Ripton Entertainment decided to step up and have some women's bowling scratch events.
Well, and this is awesome. Angela Wilt will be starting off on the left lane, on lane 21. Did you bowl on that particular pair? Do you remember what it was like bowling on it, or is it just so long, so many lanes ago?
I did bowl on the high end down here. I was bowled on 1920, and they seemed really nice down on the high end.
And you
first shot there, little high, could be a little nerves in the first final match here. Pulled it, tugged it, and struck.
Yeah, you know, that's one thing I've noticed about Angela. I haven't watched her bowl a whole lot, but I've noticed that she has a pretty smooth stroke, but she is kind of inconsistent with some of that release coming out, because sometimes I noticed in several frames she's either dead on or she comes a little high, but she's always around the hole.
Yeah, you can't give the hole away. You just got to keep it close to the pocket and then leave makeable spares.
Julie, bowling on lane 22. Nice rotation on that ball.
Yeah.
Classic strike.
Julie's using a weaker ball there and just keeping it to the right, and she's playing her A game right now.
Now, besides the $500 first place check, you also get a bowling ball for the win?
Oh, no, there was a ball raffle. Brunswick was the sponsor of this event, and so they donated a ball, and participants buy a ticket to
Got it,
to
like
win.
a 50, okay.
Like a 50-50 almost, yeah.
Sure. And so Julie, is both bowlers are tied with a strike. She'll bowl on lane 21. And this time, yeah, in that time there, she got a little late action. Looked like, what, the six-pin kind of took it out from the side?
Yeah.
And now
Still got the result she wanted, though.
all I see is a strike. I don't think anybody's going to come back and ask you down the road how you did. Well, it's really nice. You know, it's funny because a lot of times the men get all the attention, but, you know, the women, they do a phenomenal job. I mean, I'm watching the ladies bowl. The competition is really, really tough.
Yeah, we have a good mix of bowlers here that come each time to this Blue Mark series, so it's nice to see people show up.
Wilt on 22. Dynamite.
Perfect. She couldn't throw it any better.
No, that's a 10 plus there. What I'm really excited about is that you're going to be back over at Van Dyke Bowl coming up in about a month.
Yep.
And then just a few days after that, you have the banquet, and all the points getters are going to be bowling in a very special format tournament. Wilt will now move to lane 21. Yeah, and
That looked like it was a little inside, but
yeah,
it held.
yeah, she did come a little inside. The ball didn't look like it had the rotation she had on lane 22.
Yeah.
But once again, the result is it's a strike, and we've had 5 frames roll between the two bowlers, and it's been all strikes.
This is how you want a championship match, is when both bowlers are at their best, bowling the best that they can.
Neither one of them are bothered by our cameraman, who's getting ball rotation going down the lane. Julie bowling on lane 22.
Oh, she got that one. That one looked like it was a little slower.
And that could be a difference in the pair. You know, that's the one thing is that for me, I was an excellent bowler in practice, but when the lane started changing, I came back to the pack and worse. And these bowlers, reading lanes is so important.
Yep.
And if we end up, shooting a series more and more, I think reading lane conditions is something players really need to learn about, especially the way these balls pick up, soak up the oil.
If you want to be in the championship match, you need to have some tricks in your bag. You need to learn how to read ball reaction. That one was a little heavier in the pocket, and that was a perfect strike right there.
Yeah, carried it. So, who's winning? Well, can't say anybody is. Everybody is perfect through 3.
It's anyone's game right now.
Angela Will, 4th frame, lane 22.
These two bowlers, they constantly put themselves in this position where they have the ability to win and go on, and they're top-notch players.
Wow. She saw the rack.
This is what I like to see.
I do too. I do too. I don't mind seeing a lot of strikes going down the lane, and these ladies are making it look so easy.
Throughout the day when I was qualifying and even in the step ladders there, the lanes, there are inconsistencies between the two lanes. It's like 21 and 22. I mean, sometimes I had them 2 and 1 different.
And Wilt carry that one a little high, and I'll tell you what, boy, you talk about that sideboard taking out that 4-pin. Holy smokes.
Thank goodness for walls.
Both bowlers are perfect. Wilt has bowled 5 frames, 5 up, 5 down. Julie will now bowl. How do you say her last name?
Ochepic.
Lane 22. Got that one outside. Oh, the ringer.
Wrap 10 there. I'd rather see a wrap 10 than a flat 10.
Yeah, that's for sure. And that time, simply the 6-pin went right around the 10, and it's all geometry in this sport.
Yeah, well, a lot of science goes into this, math.
109 through 4 for Julie Ochepic. Angela Wilt.
Get that 10 pin out. All she probably needs to do is just increase her finger pressure just slightly, and she'll be able to get that 10 out.
Julie moves to lane 21. Looking to get back on the strike roll.
Oh, it looks a little inside.
And does.
I think maybe it's just our angle, maybe that it looks like it's a little inside.
You can see a slight difference in how she's playing that lane. Is it just we're not directly behind the bowlers, which is what we really wanted, but it looked like she's playing a little bit more inside on lane 21.
From this angle, it appears to be that way.
We definitely want to be another pair over for next time.
That's
but
okay. Next time.
Exactly. We bowled in a tournament here many years ago. Shelby Lanes is a pretty high-scoring joint, at least it was back in the day. Wilt on lane 22, and
trips the 4.
Oh boy, and that was a late one there.
That could have been a fast 8 pretty easily.
Wilt now leads this match by 11 pins, but it could be up to 21. All based upon Julie Ochepik had the first 4. Up the 10 pin in the 5th, working on a strike. Wilt is perfect through 6. Wilt on 21. I think she's got that one.
That was a good one.
10 in the pit.
You could hear a pin drop in here right now when the bowlers are up in the lane.
Well, she's got 7 of the 12 she needs. And people don't realize this, but you do put that extra pressure on yourself when you know you've got a good game going. At least I do. I guess some bowlers can ice water vein it, but
you definitely know what's at stake, and you want to bowl your best.
holy
Julie
smokes!
right there, bringing it back.
Between the two bowlers, 14 frames, 13 strikes.
That's what Julie needed to do to keep herself in it, because it's still not, she still has a chance here.
Oh, absolutely. When we were at Van Dyke last month, Angela Wilt, she missed a spare to open it up and kept herself in a match and came from behind to win.
Great one there.
Holy smokes.
7 pin a little late, but still strike.
Ochepik, 159 through 6. She's 39 over. Wilt is perfect through 7.
Julie's definitely putting the pressure on Angela, and Angela's not going to back down.
Bowling on lane 22.
Deep breath there by Angela.
And that one's outside. She needs a little help. She needs a Mary Mixer and gets it. Holy smokes. That was thin. That was thin.
You could tell she was a little nervous before that one, because she took a deep breath before
She did.
before her starting her approach.
You know, we have somebody shooting lane level that we're going to mix in the footage from it. And I don't know if that's bothering him a little bit. I hope not. They haven't said a word. He has been still like he's working a sidewalk.
When you're behind, you don't notice anything.
It's that little peripheral. Wilt in the 9th. Perfect through 8.
Oh, that was a better one.
And holy smokes! And there's the break. She leaves the 210 or the 310. Excuse me, 310.
Yeah, the baby split. This is completely makeable. But in these type of situations, when you put pressure on yourself and you know what's at stake, it makes it more difficult. You'd rather leave a single pin spare than any type of little split or multi-pin.
She needs to run it down. Ooh, she chops it.
Takes just the 3 off.
She still has a potential of 266. Yeah. Ochepik can shut her out, and she's working on a 3-bagger.
I don't think that these bowlers don't know what they have to do right now. They look at the score. They know.
I like her 5-step approach. She's buried it. Oh my gosh.
She was very solid at the line there. A little high, left the 4-pin. Everybody's got their own little tendency when they get into pressure situations.
Yeah, despite chopping the 10-pin in the 9th frame, she basically can still shut her out. She has to spare, and she has to strike out to have a chance.
Covers it easily right there.
Through 8, Wilt has a 227 to 208 lead over Julie Oczepik. Now, with this, the way this works, if Wilt strikes out, it's over. But Oczepik, if she does anything less than Turkey out, Oczepik, she gets a strike here. She's going to need a couple in the 10th. And she gets the first.
4-9. Looks like
she can still finish with a 258.
that left lane, maybe she needs to either pick up her speed or just make a slight move in. That was a big break right there for Julie.
And here's the key. If Oczepik gets a strike right here, Angela Wilt will also need to have a 2-bagger in the 10th, or the tables have been turned.
Took a little nosedive, left the 3-6.
Yeah, and she'll need to run these down to finish with a 248. Wilt will have to simply mark in the 10th. This has really been a dynamite match. Both these bowlers came out just firing it well. So Oczepik finishes with a 248, and this is it. This is the match. Wilt must, if she strikes, that's it.
It's over.
But she has to have a mark. If she does not, Oczepik will squeeze in a win.
And she's been perfect on lane 22 so far, so it's all in her hands. This is what it's all about.
She's got it. She's got it deep, and that'll do it.
Solid strike.
She just needs the simple 3 pins to ice it, and I think Angela Wilt has got this one. What's that?
She's back-to-back winner, champion.
Yeah, that's phenomenal. And Blue Mark will be happy about one thing. She thanked him last time, and I'm sure she'll thank him this time.
Oh, she's a great person overall. She knows that the sponsors mean a lot to this series.
And she will finish with up to a 256, but the winner is Angela Wilt, and they will congratulate each other. And it's not personal, it's just business.
Yep. Yeah, you can be friends off the lanes, but once you put your bowling shoes and you step on the approach,
it's all
you're not
over.
friends anymore.
And she'll run down the 2 sticks, and she will win this 256 to 248. What a finals match.
That was great.
Robin, before as we come back over, let's stand up over here, because I think we got a little blockage of sun. Thank you. Thanks, Robin. Come on over here. As we're going to have the check coming out, Robin Orakowski, myself, Roy J. Akers. This match is really was just seeing women's bowling in its very, very finest today.
Yeah. I mean, the shot out there is not easy. They made it look easy, but it's not. And it's exactly how you want to see a match, where it's high scoring, good back and forth, and just good bowlers.
And Angela Wilt, holy smoke, she wins back-to-back tournaments, and that is not easy. Remember, these tournaments are not every week. These are once a month.
Yeah.
And we're going to have the trophy presentation. Well, I don't know about the trophy, but
Big check presentation.
when you get this old, I don't want trophies. I just want the money, you know. So anyway, with that, tell you what, we're going to be right back, and we'll have our presentation coming up in just a few moments.
All right, thanks.
Wherever you want. I'm just going to hold the mic. I'm not going to say anything until I interview both of you.
Okay.
And I am going to interview Shannon as well after you're done. You know, just about sponsorship.
Yeah,
But
I got it going now.
You can stand next to Shannon since your name's on the check.
Yep.
So we're going to get in the middle.
Okay, I'm just. Can I just introduce? With me is our winner and our runner-up, and also Shannon Klug, and I'm going to let you all take it away.
Well, on behalf of RIP 10 Entertainment, the MDU SBC, and obviously Blue Mark, we couldn't have asked for a better final match. We want to congratulate Julie and Angela on just a fantastic tournament. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, Shannon and Blue Mark, for sponsoring the tournament, along with RIP 10 and the Metro Detroit USBC. I look forward every month to coming down here and bowling these tournaments, and thank you for the opportunity. And congratulations, Angela.
Thank you so much. Shannon, I will talk to you in just a moment. If you don't mind, I'd like to talk to the two ladies. And you going to carry that all the way to the bank? You almost... Yours goes in your pocket, lady. Thanks for scooting in. Can we scoot in maybe a couple feet? Can we do that? There we go. And now I got everybody in here comfortable. I'll tell you, I was very blessed to watch you both bowl in that final game. Watching 13 strikes go down in the first 14 frames between the two of you, that was awesome, really, to watch. So thank you very much. It was a very entertaining match, and that's what women's bowling's all about.
Yes, I enjoy head-to-head matches like that, especially when it comes down to all the strikes and bowling against Angela.
When you get that many in a string going, could you feel the camera behind you at all, or did you just totally block that out?
No, I didn't. I was just bowling my own game and not aware of.
Wait till you see some of that footage of the ball going on. That's some really sweet stuff. Taking a look, though, when you tough competition, it's getting to the point, Angela, where you can almost start banking on these checks a little bit to make your paying your bills, huh?
I don't think so, but it was a great match. And thank you, Belmark. Thank you, Metro Detroit USBC. Thank you for coming out and filming us today. Thank you, Motive. Thank you, Brunswick. I wouldn't say bank on it, but, you know, the competition's good, and that's what we come out here to do.
And, you know, that's the thing, too, is as I understand, the bowling proprietor, I know with Mark, with Blue Mark, everybody put their heads together and said, you know what, we need something for the top ladies competition to have a series where you get to hone your skills monthly. And there wasn't something going on a few years ago, but now you have it.
Absolutely, and I think it's great for women's bowling, and I think that this is something that we need to incorporate in all of the states or have something in the other states just so that women's bowling can come back, because it is missing. There are plenty of women out there that want the competition, that need the competition, and look forward. Julie drives from where?
From Saginaw.
Saginaw, just to come down here and bowl.
Wow. You know, and that's the whole thing, too. Hopefully we can get this bowling series on the internet where people can watch on demand. You're going to have to watch on demand because you're here. And other people will catch this as well. And, of course, it'll be on the USB. See, I can't even talk myself right now, but the series. Well, ladies, we can't thank you enough. And any other final words?
Thank you, Brunswick, for sponsoring this month's tournament.
And thank you, Motive, for making such great equipment for me.
All right, thank you, ladies. I'll let you go out and go spend your money. Thank you very much. Well, from everybody at Livestream Sports, when we come back, we're going to have Shannon Klug, one of the sponsors for the tournament, and Mark Martin, and we'll be back in just a few moments on Livestream Sports Broadcasting. With me is Shannon Klug from Blue Mark and Mark Martin. Gentlemen, what a tournament that we had.
Fantastic tournament today, absolutely.
Now, as I understand it, there was not really a women's series for scratch bowling at this level you know, a couple of years ago, and things have changed. I understand that you were a couple of the gentlemen that were behind getting this series, you know, off the ground. Why is Blue Mark involved?
Well, 2 years ago, Mark and a committee of Pat Klein, who's a proprietor for Shelby and Van Dyke Bowl, and my brother, Sean Klug, who's been an ambassador of the sport in Metropolitan Detroit for 30 years, approached Blue Mark to see if we would host the elite women's, or the elite bowlers on the women's circuit in Metropolitan Detroit.
And with that, I'm sure that the sponsorship's real nice. We're trying to take care of you on the graphic end for, you know, on the tournament itself. You know, the thing is, with this particular tournament, bowling has all but disappeared from a lot of TV, and it's being kind of cut up into you know, 1 or 2 matches rather than the old step-ladder finals. Hopefully, this is something that can go on the internet and where people can watch it on demand as they have time to do that, and you know, get some other feedback. And hopefully, Blue Mark can be a part of that. Mark, these tournaments are so well run. I mean, literally, there's literally not a light that's switched without you knowing about it. I mean, there's really no gap.
Thanks, Roy. You know, I've been running tournaments for 20 years, and it's just a great opportunity to be able to do this for the women. And they're a great bunch to work with. They, you know, they're right there too. I mean, when I call off the lanes, they just get there.
Absolutely.
Well, gentlemen, thank you very much. Thanks a lot for coming out, and we'll take care of you, and we'll see you down there. All right, well, from everybody at Livestream Sports, we'll see you next time. I think we're at Van Dyke Bowl in 1 month, and we'll be there.